Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of a drugstore brand who I feel has really stepped up their game like a lot in like the last year or so. They have really come out with some amazing products. They've tried to dupe a lot of products, make them more affordable. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. and for the most part, these are some of my favorite products. 4 to 5 products on my face of e.l.f. every time I do my makeup. So they really have come out with amazing products. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, to start with, I am going to go in with the Sun Touchable Wow Glow. This is a sun protection and makeup primer. I'm also going in with a couple other products to like prep the skin for makeup, but I do definitely want to wear a little bit of sunscreen. So I'm not going to put a lot of this on, but definitely need some protection on the face. I love that this has a little bit of a glow in it, so especially if you just wanted to go in with this product and maybe a little mascara and do your eyebrows or whatever, you still have a little bit of something on your skin that just gives you the most beautiful like glow. Alright, well, I'm gonna let the sunscreen kind of sink in a little bit more. I'm gonna go get my sponge wet. I don't have an e.l.f. sponge, so I'm just gonna use this sponge. I got it off of Amazon. I will have everything I use linked down below for you guys. Alright, next I'm gonna go in with primer, and this is something that they recently just came out with. You all know the e.l.f. putty primer. Well, they came out with a liquid version of the putty primer, which I'm excited to use today. This will be my first time using it. I really do love the putty primer, so I'm excited to see how this works. I won't be putting them both side by side today to see what's the difference between them. Maybe we can do that in a different video. I'm going to take about this much because I just like to put the putty primer just kind of like in my T-zone, kind of around my nose where my pores are. Okay, so this doesn't feel like silicone-y at all. It really feels almost like almost a little bit more lotion-y, but it still has like that velvety texture that the original putty primer has. It feels good. I'm looking, and I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like, I'm gonna add a little bit more. It definitely looks like it filled in my pores. All right, the next product I'm gonna use is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I should have said this beforehand. Like I said earlier, e.l.f. tries to dupe a lot of more expensive brands. So let me tell you what kind of products I've already used so far that they've duped. Wow Glow, this they tried to dupe with Super Goop. Poreless Putty Primer, which is, this isn't the one I used. I used the liquid version, but the Tatcha Silky Canvas Primer, this is what they duped that product for it, is so the putty primer. And then this one is they're trying to dupe the Charlotte Tilbury flawless Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I never tried that either. I really enjoy this, and I've heard from other people that have tried them both that they like this one a little bit better. I feel like this one gives a little bit more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury one does. And I'm just going to take a brush and I'm just going to blend this out. We're kind of adding glow on top of glow because we already have that Wow Glow on our face. And I just like to add this one to kind of the outside of the face and not really focus it on the inside, just the outside, because I feel like that's where I want most of the glow anyway to be. I'm just going to take my sponge really quick and just kind of blend that out here. Okay, so you see we have glow going on here. Oh no, I just noticed here that on my bottle, it's cracked right there. So I hope that that doesn't cause like a spill, like if my bottle tips over. So keep an eye on that. I am noticing a little bit of pilling going on somewhere, which I'm not quite sure from what. So I'm gonna hope that that doesn't interfere with the foundation that we're about to put on. I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I have 2 different shades here, and I wasn't sure which shade to use. I have beige and pearl. I'm not sure. Beige looks like it might be a little too dark, so we might have to go in with pearl. Packaging is really pretty. It's a frosty glass, and it's got a pump on it. I don't pump too much out. All right, so here's this shade, which I'm just gonna kind of go down. Okay, that is gonna be a little too light, I think. So let's look at the beige one here. Ooh, oh no, the beige one The beige one might be a really good match. I'm gonna go in with beige. I'm gonna use a e.l.f. brush. This is their complexion duo brush, so this will be great for concealer, and I'm gonna use this side for foundation. I'm gonna start with this one. It's really thick, and this is supposed to be medium coverage. It's a little bit lighter than I was thinking it was gonna be. This is the right one, right? Hold on. I'm putting pearl on. I just completely mixed the bottles. Gosh dang it. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna wipe off what I can, and I still have a little bit on there, which is fine, but I will put the right lid on the right one. Start over. I'm gonna start with this much just because it was a little thick when I tried the other shade. There we go. That's way better now. Okay, but that looks really nice. I really like that. It is medium coverage, but it doesn't look heavy on the skin. It looks like my skin. I don't see any like dryness or anything like that. So far this is a hit. I'm really enjoying this. And also with this product, I don't think that they're trying to dupe anybody per se. I think this is actually several years ago that they came out with this, so it's not like a new product. But that one little pump basically covered my whole face. I have to turn on the fan. Hopefully, I'm just gonna turn this fan on for a little bit. I think the mic is picking up the sound, and then I'll turn it off. But I'm like already sweating over here. Arizona gets so hot, if you didn't know. And I just got water all over me. For concealer, they have two types of concealer. They have their camo concealer, and they have their original matte finish, and then they have a hydrating like satin finish. The matte finish I don't love, and this is a dupe for the heart shape tape, which I had never tried, and it looks too heavy and thick for me to even want to try, and so I don't like this per se. I usually use it for like blemishes if I need it. I'm gonna have some blemishes showing through. It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna go with this one right here, which is in the shade Fair Warm, and you only need the tiniest bit because it goes such a long way. Dot here first. I'm gonna take the other side of that complexion duo brush from e.l.f. It has really good coverage, as you can see. Obviously there's concealer sitting here, but you can tell like there's good coverage there, and it doesn't look heavy or anything like that. I'm just going to add a little bit on the eyelids so that way we have kind of a base for when we do the eyes, and then I am going to go a little bit down the nose, forehead, and chin. The only places I'm noticing where it's a little bit dry and clinging to spots is my nose, which is such a fight anyway, so I'm not going to be really picking on that so much. And I think part of it is also I've been out in the sun a lot. I've gotten a little bit of sunburn, and so, you know, my nose is constantly peeling a little bit. But other than that, like, I feel like my complexion looks really good. For bronzer / contour, the shade right here, Vacay Mood. Now, this is a bronzer, and this is their luminous putty bronzer, so it does have a luminosity to it. It's definitely more of a grayish contour shade. Oh, there's a hair in it too. You guys had to see that, sorry. I have been using it kind of as a contour just because of the tone of it, and the luminosity of it doesn't necessarily, I don't notice it very much like when I use it as a contour, especially when I put powder over it. So this is what I'm going to use for bronzer. Contour. And I am going to take this side of my, like right now you probably can see the luminosity of it, but it doesn't make such a big difference as using as a contour, so I go ahead and use it as a both. I'm going to go like right here and kind of lift, just kind of, you can tell like it just kind of lifts the eye. Then I'm going to take a little bit and kind of go along the jawline here. Alright, so that was the Vacay Mood in the luminous putty bronzer, and I'm going to go in with their just normal putty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, and this is definitely a warmer shade. Alright, for blush, again going in with the putty, is in the shade Turks and Caicos, and this is the only color that I have. I've had this in my collection for a while, but as you can see, other than like me swatching it, it has not been touched. I do have an e.l.f. blush brush that we are going to use today. This is the e.l.f. angled blush brush. This is actually a fun video too because some of these products are new to me and I haven't tried before. A lot of them I have and they're my all-time favorites, but some products I haven't ever actually tried before. Okay, that's really pretty. It definitely is kind of more of a summery vibe. We're in summer, so it works. If you are someone who doesn't really like to set your face and you like more of the glowy look, like this is really pretty. It does give you that glow, but I'm someone that has to set the face, so we're gonna set the face. I just realized also that my fan is still on and it's probably getting picked up by the mic, so let's fix that really quick. The mic is closer to my mouth, but the fan is like going back and forth and it is blowing right onto the mic, so hopefully we're good. If you're hearing a fan throughout this video, I'm sorry, but I am sweating and I need it. Sorry, not sorry. All right, I'm gonna go in with this, and this is an amazing powder from e.l.f. So this is their e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is so pretty, and this will, if you are like, I don't want to get rid of this like luminous like glow, this will still give you that luminous glow. It will just set your face in place. Fortunately, I don't have a e.l.f. powder brush. I'm just going to kind of take it, and hopefully you can see that as I'm applying this, you can still have that subtle glow in there, which I really like. I like that it's not doesn't like completely mattify that look. And I always like to go in with a little bit more of a smaller brush and do my under eyes. So I'm gonna quickly just take my sponge, kind of make sure that everything is. My brother is also getting married today. And you're probably asking, well, then why aren't you there at his wedding? So my brother is actually in the military, and he is stationed in Alaska right now. But on his leave, he flew down to Tennessee where his fiance is, and my parents flew down there, and they're just having a quick like ceremony at the courthouse before he has to go back. So it was just kind of one of those things where it was just like timing wise, you know, this is what worked best for them. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, it was just timing wise, and we'll eventually get together and like celebrate more with them, but it was just kind of one of those things that just timing wise, he was on leave, you know, didn't really have that much time to kind of get something more put together. Wish I could be there though. Like, I haven't even met her yet, but she seems really sweet and I'm extremely happy for him. Now that I have powder on, I do feel like I need a little bit more blush, but we're gonna do the eyes first and then we'll return to the cheek situation, because you never know, like once everything's put together it might look okay. I have talked about this specific product so much on my channel already. It really is one of my favorite like go-to eyeshadow looks. It is their e.l.f. No Budge Matte Shadow Stick. This specific shade, in the shade Thrift Shop, it just, I feel is just like the perfect taupey grayish. Gray sounds bad for like an eyeshadow, but it just really is an amazing color. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. It blends out beautifully, and I don't have any other brushes like eyeshadow brushes from e.l.f., so I'm just going to use what I have. But the shade is just like perfect for every day. I'm going to add a little bit more. Every time I use this shade, I'm just like amazed every single time. Okay, e.l.f. also has their No Budge eyeshadow sticks in a pop form. And I have purple and I have like this pink shade. This is in the shade Wildflower, which is such a pretty color. I love the color lavender, lilac, like it's just beautiful. It's in the shade Canyon, which is exactly how it sounds. It just looks like the canyons, like that kind of like burnt red, almost pink in their shade. Or I can go in, they have more stick versions, but this is in their like more metallic or glittery kind of sticks. And this is in the shade Magnet Pole, kind of like gray shade, grayish brown shade, which is, I believe, Champagne Crystal, which is also stunning. And I have to be careful because this one broke at some point. And this one's also a really pretty color. That one's just like sparkly and fun. I guess for the sake of it, I'll swatch these ones for you too. Oh, that was a lot. Here is Canyon here, and then Wildflower, which is just a really pretty bright lilac lavender. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to use this to kind of, and then I'm going to, I don't even know where to put this because it's such a bright color, but I think I'm just gonna kind of start blending it on the outer corner here, on the outer edge. That was probably a mistake. I don't really love how that looks. This is, I think these ones are more like a one and done situation kind of look, but we're gonna make it work because I already have it on my eye. Well, that didn't work as well as I wanted it to. This eye looks so much better than this one, so I'm gonna kind of blend this one out a little bit more. My bronzer shade, use this to kind of deepen the outer part of the eye a little bit more. Sweep this across the lash line a little bit. I don't know what this eye look is, so just know that. And I mean, they all blended out beautifully, which I think is the point to take away from this. I would suggest with using specifically more of these like potted products, and even, I mean, you can even apply it to these more stick versions, is that these are more going to be like your base and then go in with like powder eyeshadows. I just don't have any e.l.f. powder eyeshadows or like palettes, so this is what I'm working with. A little bit of thrift shop, however. I put this on the bottom lash line. Blend that out. You definitely could leave this look how it is. But I'm not. I'm going to go in with this shadow stick in Champagne Crystal just because I have to have a little bit of sparkle in the eye. I just can't go without putting sparkle in the eye. So I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and kind of blend it out. Just so that we have a little bit of a softer, okay, I just feel like that blended into nothing. Nope, not at all. In fact, I'm going to cheat here a little bit, and I'm going to take this brown eyeliner. This is also drugstore though, so staying within the theme, but not the same brand. This is their LA Girl Perfect Precision Liner, in the shade dark brown, and I'm just going to use this to on the outer part of the lash line here. I'm just going to use the brush here just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. I feel like it's gonna save it a little bit. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit here because the brow product that I'm gonna be using to set my brows in place, I do want it to have time to kind of sit and dry before I go in with the next brow product. I use this e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is basically like gives you that laminated look. Take an amount, take my spoolie and just kind of take it an amount out the cap of the product, and I kind of just like, and just kind of get it all over the brush to stick my brows up. You can kind of see how like definitely have more of a shape to them because they're all stuck up, but you can see that there's sparse areas in there. So that's what I'm going to do next after it dries. I'm going to do mascara, and I don't have an e.l.f. mascara, so we are, I guess, cheating a little bit with going with my L'Oreal Unlimited mascara, but I think that this mascara is underrated because it's such a good mascara. Alright, mascara's on, and I feel like it helped hold the look together a little bit more. The eyes don't look as bad anymore. Back to the eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I have used this before, but I don't know if this is like a like, you know, if they updated the packaging or like changed the formula a little bit, but I have used this before, and it's not a bad eyebrow pencil, but like I said, I haven't used it in quite a while, so it could be maybe a little bit different. And I got the shade Taupe. Here's the packaging, just simple white packaging, which it's coming off a little bit waxy feeling. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And I think part of the reason why they call it a brow lift is because of that waxiness. Kind of help lift up the brows a little bit, but we will see. Take this and kind of add some hair-like strokes. I like how light it is. So I'm putting, you know, not tons of pressure, but it's still coming off really light, which I like. Spoolie in and kind of blend it out a little bit. This isn't turning out quite the way I wanted it to. I am having to use a little bit more pressure than I was initially thinking. This pencil is not my favorite as of this point, and maybe I would like it better if I didn't have the brow gel in it already. So that could be something to consider to try later. It's not terrible. I'm just not used to it. I really like my Benefit brow products, so changing the game up with my brows is kind of hard for me to do because I'm already so bad about with filling my eyebrows in the first place. Like, it's not my strong suit whatsoever. I just realized it's July and I turned 29. Not in my 30s yet. Hey, let's make the most of it. Ooh, I should do a fun like birthday video. That would be fun. Hold on, sorry, I'm just putting this here so I can kind of assess the brow situation. I am going to add maybe some more bronzer. I think that's what I'm missing, is a little bit more bronzer. I'm gonna go in with. Ooh, that would have been bad. No thank you. Do not want brow gel all over my cheeks. And I'm just gonna, everybody go play. I'm just gonna dip that in. I actually really like to apply bronzer over top of my blush sometimes. I just feel like it helps kind of bring the look together a little bit more. For lips, which I'm very excited about, I'm going to be using the E.l.f. Face Satin lipsticks. And I'm sorry, my daughter is banging at the door. I have the shade No Doubt, which is this just really pretty kind of like beigey nude. There's that one, which is really pretty. This one is called Standing Ovation, which it's a little bit darker for this look, but it's a really pretty like rosy color. This is the shade Dirty Talk, which is kind of like a pale pinky color, which actually could work with this depending on what lip liner that I use with it. And this is in the shade Effortless, which is just a really pretty pink color, and I need a space for this. It's just a really pretty pink color, which it leans more on the purple side of things. So I think I'm gonna stick with Dirty Talk, but I need a lip liner, and I don't have an e.l.f. lip liner. I don't think they even, and I don't think e.l.f. actually has lip liners yet. So this is one where I'm okay to cheat a little bit, and I'm actually gonna take this lip liner from NYX in the shade Nude Beige. And I didn't even prep my lips beforehand, but I have this e.l.f. Their Holy Hydration lip mask, but it's basically empty. Like, there's like nothing left. I've used all of it up, and when I tried to get a new one at the store, they were all out. So I'm gonna line the lips, and we're gonna ignore her calling out to me because she's fine. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit darker than the lipstick, and this is going to help the contrast go. Alright, so I'm using the shade Dirty Talk, and these lipsticks are so good. I love them, and they have a lot of shades. Like, this isn't like most of their shades. Like, they have tons more shades. I just got the ones that would fit me personally. Alright, the last step of this entire makeup look is setting the face. Now, this is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is going to be a game changer for your makeup to last all day long. Like, I'm telling you guys, my makeup lasts all day long when I use this one. This is one of my favorite products. It has a really fine mist on it, And I spray my face a lot. Like, I like to drench my face. I'm actually going to add a little bit more. It has such a fine mist, which is so nice. It doesn't just like spit at you. Alright guys, I just did a full face using all e.l.f. products. Let me tell you, I am not mad about my makeup. My complexion looks really good. Like, obviously, my skin still looks like skin, but it just evened everything out. It looks really good. It looks like it's gonna stay in place all day, which is nice. The eyes were dirty, but if I would to recommend one eye product from them, it would definitely be, where is it? The No Budge eyeshadow stick in the shade specifically Thrift Shop. Oh, absolutely love the setting spray. It will change the makeup game for you, I promise you. All right, guys, I think that that's pretty much it for my full face of using e.l.f. I really love this brand. It's been a brand that they started out kind of iffy. There were some products that were hits, some products were misses, but I feel like most of their products nowadays are like hit. Like, they're all amazing products. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe if you're not. I would love for you to join my little corner here on YouTube. And if you want to be notified every time a new video of mine goes up, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified every time a new video of mine goes live. Thanks so much for watching, guys, again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!